Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to share with you 3 reasons why money is important. And I think we all self-sabotage a little bit in life sometimes, like we do it in love, we do it in relationships, we do it when it comes to money. And we kind of, like, if deep down we don't really feel that we deserve it, we find a way, like, to get ourselves out of situations or out of opportunities, or like we self-sabotage our way out of it. And I think it's like really good to be aware of this and then work on kind of changing those beliefs. Here's the tricky bit: a lot of this is unconscious and you don't really realize it until something like triggers you a little bit that shouldn't trigger you. Like, obviously sometimes people say upsetting things and then obviously that should trigger you, but I think you know what I mean when I say sometimes, like, you hear someone speak or you read something, or and it triggers you and you don't know why. Or like sometimes you self-sabotage and you're like, why did I say no to this? Or why did I miss the deadline? Like, I self-sabotage my way into missing that deadline for that application somehow. And like, I don't know, sometimes it's on Instagram and you're watching a reel and you have a feeling of like and there's like a little bit of pain that wants to be let go. And I think in those moments, just be really aware, sit down and be like, okay, where is this mindset coming from? And how can I let this go? First one is simply, you can't pour from an empty cup. Like, we try so hard in life to do it all the time. Like, we're like, oh, I'm gonna give you this. Actually my cup is really empty. And it's just not possible. Like, it's not sustainable, it's not healthy. So I think, and we kind of glorify it a little bit in our society at the moment, like Instagram, the reels, or in general, we're like, oh my god, they had nothing and they still gave, and it's just not sustainable and it's not healthy for that person either. And also, when you're the one receiving it, it just doesn't feel as good as when someone has an overflowing cup and then gives to you. We want our cups to be overflowing and have so much money that we're so happy to give to others, because we don't even know what to do with the money at that point, you know? So I think that's the real spirit that we want to be in, and there's so much beauty in that, and like, that's real generosity when you have more than enough to give and then you give. Also, on another note, we were born with access to the internet and all the knowledge that's out there, and we kind of owe it to those who weren't born with the internet to kind of give back a little bit. So the second reason is similar to the first one, but not on as big a scale. Who gave to you? Like, it can be your parents, a teacher, like your coach, like basketball coach when you were in 3rd grade, or like a friend, your siblings, like someone who gave a lot to you and that you want to give back to. And it comes back to the full cup thing, because those people really love you, and a present from you is not going to feel as good when your cup is empty. Like, if your mom knows when you give her those flowers that you really would have needed the money for something else, it's not going to feel as good to her. But on the other hand, if your mom knows you're taken care of, you've got everything you want, and then you give to her, that's just phenomenal. So that's a big one of why you want to become wealthy, because you want to be able to give back to all those people that have given to you. And it might even be a good idea to already start writing that list, like who I want to give back to when I've reached that wealth where my cup is full and I can give to others. And obviously, in the meantime, you can still, like, let them know little presents, or like even little presents in terms of being present with them, spending time with them, like writing them something. Like, this is important, obviously, while we're on the way there. But I think this can be a lovely reason why you want to really get wealthy, get to that state. And also, in terms of family, within that is also your own kids, because they didn't ask to be born. They were put on this earth, and you're going to take care of them. and you want to give them everything, and you want to give them everything after you've given everything to yourself. And if that's not a big enough reason, I don't know what could be. Like, you want to enable them to live the best life. Obviously, I'm not saying that if you don't have a lot of money, you can't give them the best life. Like, time and all that is really valuable too, but like, just have that as a motivation is amazing. Traveling and like all these experiences, all of this like education, coaches, tutors, like all of that, you want to be able to give to your children when they're older. So my third reason is you want to live life to the fullest for yourself. You want to travel, you want to eat at nice restaurants, you want to like experience all the wealth that this planet has to offer, and like really reach your fullest potential too. Like, hire the coaches for the skills that you're interested in, and also just enjoy life. Live in a nice house, like decorate it how you want. All of those things have a place in your why list too. So now I encourage you to sit down and write down your whys, like be really specific, like write down the people you want to help or that have helped you before that you want to give back to once your cup is full. Maybe even what you want to give to them, like house on the beach for your mom. Also, like what you want to do for yourself, like the experiences you want to live, the kind of coaching or the things you want to learn or the places you want to see. Yeah, so let's dig into that why, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.